welcome back to the channel. We're back on that spray booth and we're gonna finish her up today. What I want to show you is something I worked on. I actually do have some video footage and I will put it on there for you so you guys can see. So this is my bottom panel and this is gonna go at the foot of that booth. Now, what I'll do is I'll fast track and go back to how I did this, but that's going to go at the bottom of that panel. Okay guys, so I've got one of the shelving from the cabinet, and what I decided to do is I needed some weight at the bottom of the cabinet. So what I did is I grabbed some 3/8 pea gravel, I sealed up the sides with some tape, and mixed some concrete and threw it in there. Now that should create enough weight for the bottom of the cabinet to keep it from coming forward, especially when I have that slider extended. And what I'll do is I'll put a rubber mat over top of that, and we'll put it at the bottom of the cabinet. Now we just gotta wait and let this thing dry. Okay guys, so concrete's dry. I've got myself a rubber mat. I use this, I bought this roll to use for the bottom of my toolbox. This is some extra I had. We're gonna get some 3M adhesive spray. We're gonna spray the bottom of this mat first. Get it on there even, and then we'll spray the panel, and then we'll put this on top and let it dry. Once it's dry, I'll flip it over and we'll cut the excess off. So guys, I got that panel in. It's perfect. It's gonna offset the weight. Right now the feet are not level, but it's going to help hold that from tipping forward, okay? Especially when I'm hanging something on this hook. Okay, so now we're going to work on this panel. So I need to find out the center of that panel. So let me get a crayon. Back. What we're going to do is we're going to put the square up against the center of the panel. There. I'm just going to make a mark. There. Right down the middle. So the game plan here is to take one of these plastic bins, and what I want to do with the plastic bin is mount it underneath that. And what's going to happen there is I want this to be like a catch basin for extra powder. Okay, so we can recycle some of our powder. So that's why that ground is there, hoping that it's going to work. So what I got to do is take that panel out, and I'm going to drill some holes. I'm going to cut a hole on this and mount this at the bottom of that panel, and that should work. So let's get that panel out. We'll design the hole. So the hole, of course, that we're going to put in here can only be a certain diameter, can't be too big, right? Because we want to be able to make sure that the powder goes in that hole. And then we'll get like a rod and we'll ground that out and see how that goes from there. And I'll show you as I do it. I have an extra lid. Why don't we use that as a sample? Kind of give us an idea where we want to put it. More or less it's going to be there. Just make sure it's square. Just drawing it out. There we go. So the thickness of this guy, we want to make it smaller. So what I'm thinking is the spacing on here is about 1 inch. in. So I'm going to go 2 inches in. Put up against that drawing. 1, 2. Make sure it's square. That looks pretty good. What I'll do is I'll pick this panel up and show you guys what I mean in the game plan. So this is what we're going to cut out right here. And then of course in the back side we've got this panel to strengthen it. We'll carve that out and we'll get that lid mounted. Once I got that cut out, then I will cut the lid. So they need to cut back the actual bracket, the brace. So let's see where we were again, more or less. That's good. And then what I'll do is trace it. Tape measure and see where we are back and forth this way. Okay, so we cut that back, and we should be good. And that lid should fit in there beautifully. Nice. There we go, guys. Looks pretty good. So let's use the dust wheel. I think I can use the that to do that. That's going to have to be painted, I guess. That's okay. Nice. Well, made that quick and easy. Pull off the melted plastic portions of it. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and use the holes that are already there. I think that'll keep the integrity of everything. Perfect, guys. I think that's gonna work out okay. Let me tighten this guy up. And I just wanna see clear. So we want clear the nut and bolt. So we have to mark where they are and then drill them out a bit. And that should work out okay. So I will mark those out and that should clip in perfectly. Okay guys, so I've got her all cut out. She's looking good. I'm gonna wipe it down. I'll put it on the ground and put one of my leaf bags on there and give it a shot of paint. And we will put that in when we're done. And of course the next step will be the veil. And I'll show you what I mean by veil. Let me just get some Windex and we'll clean this guy. Okay guys. So I've got a piece of sheet metal here. This is 20 gauge, I think. And got the straight edge right up against the door. So the game plan here is to have the door fully extended, like I have it right now. For some odd reason, she's not. Where I need it to be. So what we want to do is trace it. Here, okay? Yeah, we do it here. There we go. And I should be able to see my markings. I do, which is awesome. So what I'll do is I'll use a straight edge and we'll mark that and clean this up. Clean those up nicely. We've got a straight edge. Go. So I got the plasma cutter out. We'll cut this guy. I got that other piece painted. I'll round off the corners so there's no sharp edges and we'll clean it up. And this unit here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put magnets on it so it'll stick to the top of this door and it'll hold it from opening and closing. I'm pretty sure my angles are the same, which is awesome. So let me move this piece out of the way. This is the piece I just painted. I don't want it to get dirty. I'll give another shot of paint later. Looks pretty good. Let me get the plasma out. And we'll cut this guy and round off these corners so we don't hurt ourselves. Okay guys, the plasma turner on. We got air. I'm gonna put on my shades. And we'll get this cut. Let me put a pair of gloves on just in case. Not bad, guys. Not bad at all. Alright, let's see. Well, this guy. This. How do I do it? This way? Sit down. Yeah. That's awesome. There. And that goes there. Nice. Okay, so let me mark this so I can figure out where I have to put the magnets. I think I'm gonna put one here and one here. And this guy right there. Mark here. And one here. And one here. Okay. Well, let's get these magnets on there. Now, have enough. Just this way. And we're gonna super glue these guys in. I think that's gonna work. And of course, we will paint. Now, what I'm going to do, I'll put some super glue on this thing now. This stuff always gets out of here. hold out nice and tightly. I hope. Got one here. I think I got an extra one sitting on the box. There's their direction. Should be okay. I think once I paint them too, though. There you go, guys. There's my veil. Now that they use, number one, to hold doors open, right? And they still have access to, right now I gotta level this guy off because it's not level. For some odd reason, it's gonna be a hard time. But of course, that'll be out. There we go. That looks awesome. Okay guys, so I got my O-ring. I'm gonna go ahead and get that O-ring on that wire. So I'll pop it through here. There we go. I can get that on there. I have to snip a few off. One in there. Should. There it goes. Crimp it on. Nice. Take this key out of here, key out of here, lock the washer on in the washer. Through here. It up. There we go, it's hanging. Now we'll put that bin back in. Back, guys. Line up. Nicely. Nice. Snip just to get rid of one of those zip ties I put in there. That looks great. All set. So now we just gotta wait for that veil to dry. And we'll pop it on. And the veil will store on the outside of the unit, right where the control panel is, and that'll work out perfect. I also have a couple extra of these bins that we'll keep in there for storage. And then it'll go just like that. You'll be able to get another extra one in there. I'll probably have a few more. So what I'll do is I'll buy another 2. And I can store powder in there if I wanted to. That's going to work out quite nicely. Close that. Make sure everything is working the way it should be. Put it in. Explains it. There we go, and I can lock it, which is beautiful. So I'm going to let this veil dry. And once the veil is dry, we'll pop it on and we'll take a look. Okay guys, she's all done. Take a look. The veil's in place. What I think I'm going to have to do is up in here, I'm going to have to put a piece of felt just to keep that off the actual bar so it doesn't ground off to the veil, but it's all in. There's my container, so a catch can with my rod sitting in it. It's looking pretty good. Now that this veil will store outside of the cabinet. It's still a little damp, so I'm just gonna let it sit there and dry. I'll get a couple of pieces of felt and I'll put that underneath there. And that'll be it. But she's looking pretty good. Let me show you around the back. Controller. It's our ground wire. Move around back here. Show you the back end of it. The fans, and the hardware. On and off switch for the unit. Controller. Looking pretty good, guys. Now I got room for underneath so we can store powder in those containers. I gotta grab myself 2 more. But that worked out perfectly. And of course it needs to be cleaned up. Well guys, she's all done. Now I need to put her to the test. I do have a small powder coating project that's coming up, and we will put her to the test. Guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this episode. Me building this cabinet. It was a lot of fun. It's a great way to have a spray cabinet in the shop without taking a lot of room. I'm hoping that it's going to work out really well, and we will get to see everything. Guys, thank you for watching. Consider subscribing, and if you like, give me a thumbs up. I would truly appreciate it.